It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see this team's sure-handed wide receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. Who knows what we're in store for here on Monday night?
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The spirit of these fans not dampened by the weather. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, nice and dry up here in the booth. But Greg, rain throughout the day, going to rain on into the night. So this one is going to be a little bit of a challenge for these players.
Yeah, Mike, and even as you said it, you're exactly right. Down on the field before the game, the field looked in really good condition. But the number one decision, you got to be in there as a player, talking to your equipment staff, get the right cleats. The length, are they molded? Are they screwing? How deep are they screwing? Make sure.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's only going to be able to get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3 plays, no first downs, time for 4th down.
You spend all week developing your opening script. What are you going to do when you get the ball for the first time, Mike? Well, I promise you, it wasn't go 3 and out and punt. But give credit to the defense. Nice job getting off the field here early. Get the ball back to your offense.
Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. They'll look to throw yet again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Sending a receiver right. Here comes the jet sweep. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. Result is a 1st down.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now they'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on 4th down.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now, faking the give. Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Back to throw. That's complete on the tight end screen. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. And here comes 4th down. Here's the punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. They'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. What will the 2nd quarter have in store? More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. He is in.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Rodriguez on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. He's able to get away for one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Here comes 3rd and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. For an offense that really hasn't had a lot of things go right up until this point, those are the plays that you just have to make. Those can be a spark for the rest of the game, and it's amazing how quickly things can turn. But instead, he overthrows his receiver, and it's all for nothing.
He's across midfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
The 36-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll stick with him again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
To the air now on 1st and 10. It's a 1st down and a gain of 13. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Putting the tight end in motion. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
A big loss on the
Now, after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
On 4th down, they'll send in the field goal unit. This one from 43 yards away. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And his guys are on the board. It's 7-3.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit, he does a great job here able to put that one through.
The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. 3rd and 6. Tight end going in motion here. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
The offense's backs were already up against the wall, but after suffering that last sack, it's all but eliminated whatever breathing room they had left, and for the rest of this drive, they don't have much room for error at all.
This will be returned from just beyond midfield. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. And he'll work his way down to about the 41. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw here is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. He'll drop to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
Barring some type of disaster with that big pass pickup, it puts them in position now where they feel like they can at least walk away with points off this drive. I just feel like it has to be 6. I feel like anything less than that will be a letdown.
And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. Back to the air one more time. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Now they'll set up to throw. Taking up, and he will score. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
No problem there on the extra point, and his guys are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he'll take it on in.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
The extra point, up and good. And the visitors are on top. It's 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Rodriguez on the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. A quick throw that's complete on the slant. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd and 5. Quick throw, taken in. And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. On comes the punter now, as he's on here to punt this one away. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night as we send you to Orlando. We'll check in with the coach, Joe,
and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you, and the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Infraction. Defense. Automatic 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From out of the gun, he'll throw. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
Now whistles here, and a penalty. Looks like somebody moved early up front. They'll look to throw. Taking off, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. This one caught at the 4. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the visitors will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So now this team's offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. Has an opening past the 40. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Florida. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the 2nd half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
They'll try to hit him with a screen.
You know, it's always hard as an offense to waste such great field position, but they had a short field to work with, not able to pick up a single 1st down, so give a lot of credit for the defense stopping this drive before it really got started.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3.
At the 29-yard line.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment. Defense. Automatic first down.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. They'll look to throw again. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs and typically throwing the ball on first.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
This one's going to be taken in over the middle. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Now a give up the middle, and he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. They're all set to punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now, fair catch taken, and they're going to have great starting field position just shy of midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll stay on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They send the tight end in motion. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
He'll try to run for it.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll try to run.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the 1st down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate. Work with your quarterback. Go into scramble second reaction mode.
And he's into the end zone.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Slot man in motion right. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive, he's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up fourth down.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. Second down and 8. Up the middle they go. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This team's offense getting set to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to tuck it and go. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Handoff here, up the middle. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that'll be a pickup of 3. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. On 2nd down, they'll run. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. Right back to him on 1st down. Now this defense will use a 3rd and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is third down.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On third down, they'll try to get it on the ground. On fourth down, out comes the punter. He'll come on to kick for a sixth time tonight. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Here comes second down. Going right sideline and complete. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So, it's a win for our visitors. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the second time this year. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night.